Alright. So yeah, Digimon, this should be interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah. Got
Wait.
two front... Oh
yeah. The Toy Town episode was first.
yeah, the first was the Toy Town episode. So here's the thing, it's like, we have 2 Frontier episodes, and one of them I'm like, okay, yeah, this is great, and the other one I look at, and I'm like, alright, this is fine.
Yeah.
This is okay.
Accurate.
So I'd have to be an action RPG for sure, yeah. Damn it, I had to go back off topic for a minute. Sonic Automata. Just like... murdering these, like, robots. And then, like, 3 hours in, Sonic's like, wait, do these things have souls? Whoa! Gotta kill fast! Gotta philosophize fast! Oh, man. Gotta hack fast. Alright, sorry, I'm getting way too off topic now.
It's all good.
This is probably not going to be the last Sonic reference I make in this podcast episode.
It's relevant.
Oh man. Arguably in, like, the Ghost Game episode, it's fairly relevant.
Is it?
Yeah, because the bad guy's just chaos.
Oh, yeah?
He's just chaos.
Just chaos.
Oh, man. But yeah, effing Toy Town. So ironically, even though we're kind of avoiding talking about it for whatever reason, this episode is pretty great.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
Yeah, like, here's the thing, it's like, I feel like Adventure wasn't quite clicking for me that well at first. It was just sort of like, alright, here we go, you know, we're running through the motions. And now we've kind of, like, got all the, like, spirits out of the way for the moment. It's like, stuff is really, like, popping off, isn't it?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
for the
like,
most part.
Yeah, like, not a lot of really big, crazy plot stuff is happening, but it's like, yeah, like, this feels like, we're getting, like, back-to-back, like, solid enough evolution episodes, followed by, like, really, like, interesting locations with set pieces, with, like, really fun little, like, fights afterwards.
Yeah.
For the most part.
For the most part.
But yeah, it's like, the big cliff village was really cool, the, like, Toy Town is just always pretty good. I feel like it's really hard to screw it up.
Always gotta be a Toy Town episode.
Yeah, and, like, the little, like, village they run to, the little, like, Digimon Elementary School is like, alright, yeah, that's a fun little location, there's, like, like, neat little things going on.
I only have one gripe about the Tsunomon episode.
Is it that all the baby Digimon are just complete assholes?
I mean, sure, but we'll get there.
We'll get there, yeah. See, in Toy Town, like, we learned that, like, Cherubimon's data or whatever has, like, corrupted a bunch of Toy Agumon, and now they've, like, gone evil, and they're, like, they hate the kids that refuse to play with them because they were Legos that were already built.
Yeah. Also, our heroes find themselves falling down the mountain, the hole that was created by the mountain disappearing into the sky?
Yeah, it's like... Cause it's like the whole flowing on is like, it's floating above the ground, but it's like, it don't make a lot of sense. But whatever, it's fine.
It's the digital world. Stuff happens.
Yeah, it's literally just an excuse for, like, the characters to split up into 2 groups, which are weirdly, I feel like, the same groups we had. No, wait, Koji wasn't with Takio last time.
No.
Yeah, mostly the same groups again.
Yeah. So yeah, they fall out of a hole from somewhere and just land in a ball pit, and it breaks their fall.
Yeah, thank goodness that ball pit was there, otherwise those kids would have died.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it turns out the Black Agumon are just so angry at kids for not playing with them that they've, like, turned the entire Toy Town, like, just area into a flying island powered by, like, machines.
It's the whole island is, you can't see it in this image, but the whole island is sitting on top of a blimp.
Yes. It's like, it's really hard to get a feel for the scale of this place because I feel like you see like most of it in this image, and like the pirate ship they ride on is like gigantic.
Yeah.
But it's
And
like, it's also, you can see them in Savit and kind of get a feel for the scale, and it doesn't add up, but it's fine.
Yeah, and if the castle's as big as it looks, you would definitely be able to see it here.
Oh yeah.
But it doesn't matter, it's, you know, whatever.
These guys are determined to friggin' fly to the human world on this freaking airship just so they can kill some kids. I feel like that's like the big running theme of these episodes. It's just child endangerment, which I guess has always been Digimon's thing, but no, this feels a bit different.
Yeah. And yeah, the whole thing is being powered seemingly by 3 toy Agumon.
Just doing
wild.
a synchronized little dance on their pedals.
Yeah.
It's like Rick and Morty. They've just got the microverse battery going.
Yeah.
Except this time they're willingly doing it in exchange for no goods and services, only revenge.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Sometimes you just gotta, like, rip a city out of the ground and turn it into a Team Rocket-style airship so you can go out to the human world and kill some kids.
Yep. But for real, this the main conflict of this episode is that Takuya is being too nice to Tomoki, while Koji is being a cold, heartless douchebag.
Yeah. Tomoki's just trying to be a kid, and his 2 dads keep fighting in front of him.
I agree with a few points, and it's that maybe Takuya is being a little too soft, but for the most part, Koji's just kind of being a douche.
Honestly, like, as much of a dick as he is, I honestly really do like this for Koji, because it means he actually has a character arc.
Yeah. He's like anti-Matt.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah, where instead of like caring about like his brother, and that's why he's being like the way he is, he's like, oh, siblings, who cares? Whatever, we'll leave him behind if he's being too much of a problem.
You see, Matt's problem was he cared for his brother too much, and Koji's problem is he hates the little kid too much.
Yeah. Also, Takuya is like, hey, don't you have a brother? And he's like, no. It's like, all right.
Well, Tokomi's your brother now. Say hello to the family, son.
Yes.
He's your brother and also your new daddy. Don't think about it.
Okay. So Tomoki gets like kidnapped, and Koji's like, oh man, I knew that kid was going to be a problem. And Takuya is like, well, don't you have siblings? He's like, no, blah, 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 I'm an only child. And he's like, okay, well, pretend Tomoki's your brother. And that turns him around immediately.
Best part is there's a reason why he acts this way. I'm curious to know what it is.
Yeah, I kind of know what it is.
Like, because I'm thinking it's like, oh, well, there is that one character I know about. I have to assume that's probably part of it.
So straight up, I don't remember if Koji's lying or if he has memory loss.
Oh.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, they're running around and just like playing with toys, kind of like Tomoki finds like a robot, and what else does he find?
Yeah,
He
it's
did.
like they find a robot and a little like tiny train they ride on.
Yeah, that's it. Tomoki finds like a little race car track with like little electric cars that go around it.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh man, he wants to play with the toys, and Takuya's like, I don't know, just let him be. Oh, look at this robot, and he like shoots its little arm off or whatever, like rocket punch. And he's like, oh man, it's so cool, and he's getting into it too.
Yeah.
And Koji's like, you're both a bunch of children.
I love that Takabi's like actually into it.
But yeah, like they're kids.
Yeah.
Like, Koji acts like he's not a kid, but he's like a fifth grader.
Yeah, because they played with that robot, it's like friends with them, so it like shows them the way to save their friend. It's like, ah, yeah, little bullet was useful.
Yeah, while they find like a little train and they ride on it for a bit until they see Munzamon just like chilling, like running around and doing whatever. It's like, hey, let's ask him. And then Munzamon just wants to play because of course he does.
He wants to pro wrestle Mon.
Yeah. And it's like he like starts chasing them down, and it's like, I don't know, I don't think he's gonna hurt them. He legit just wants to play.
Yeah. I'd be kind of worried about playing pro Russellmon with an ultimate though.
Well, I feel like a Munzamon who's not being like mind controlled or like a gear or like a magic eye laser.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't bust out the laser eyes, we might be good.
Yeah, what I'm saying is I think a Munzamon would know its own strength and wouldn't like hurt like the children it wants to play with.
Oh man. That's the thing, it's like, even if you do manage to pin him, you just know he's like playing along. You know he's faking it. He can kill all of you.
But yeah, after they escape the Munzamon, a Toy Hugumon shows up, and it's like, oh hey, those kids, we'll capture them and use them as hostages and we'll get to the human world. And Munzamon's like, but I don't want to capture them. And then he shoots an eye laser at him and evolves him into Waru Munzamon.
Yeah. Not quite evolves as much as, like, transforms, because they're both ultimates.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's weird.
Munzamon uses the word evolve.
Yeah. Man, does this mean Monzamon just did a heel turn?
Against his will.
Yes. He was brainwashed by Vince McMahon. Man, I wish I knew more about wrestling so I could make better jokes than that. Jeez. But yeah, friend where Monzamon just steals Tomoki, and they're like, oh hey, give him back, and he just shoots black hearts that make them feel really sad.
Heartbreak attack. It doesn't do any damage, it just makes you depressed. It doesn't do any physical damage.
Oh man, I love that it works on like both of them. And they could have tried some bullcrap where Koji's like, oh no, I don't have enough feeling for that or whatever. It's like, nah, he just gets like depression too. It stops both of them.
Like, I'm too tough for this. And it's like, oh, why am I so sad? I don't want to do anything.
Man, for Monzamon, just all the Monzamon are just such fun, goofy Digimon. I love them. Just look at this edgy effing evil bear just shooting depression at kids.
He's great.
Yeah.
So yeah, he does that and he runs away and he successfully kidnaps Tomoki.
Man, this reframes Ghost Game in such a weird light. Because it's like, I like Ghost Game a lot, but it feels like it's also missing a lot of the fun in this episode, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, let's just, I just want to go to a new place and just see, like, some crazy bullcrap go on. Also, thanks for the follow. 1x points, I think that is? Yeah, with, like, an extra 1 XP points. Okay, yeah, no, that's ours. Yeah, alright. Makes sense. Did the... Hang on, is the alert box not... Oh. Oh, crap, it actually didn't show the alert box. Oh, well, that's why you check your layers, I guess. Sorry about that.
Yeah. But,
yeah, if you want to see it, just, like, unfollow and refollow, and it'll probably pop up, I think.
it probably doesn't work like that, otherwise people could, like, spam it. Oh, I forgot to mute my...
No? I don't know. I have no idea how this stuff works.
Yeah, I mean, the goofiest thing that happens in Ghost Game this episode happens at the end of it.
Yeah.
And it's also really frustrating.
I'm trying to, like, think, and it's like...
Blacktailmon.
Oh, right, yeah, that. Right, that. Oh, man.
So yeah, they go to try to save Tomoki and then end up in the water somehow. I'm forgetting. How did they end up falling in the water?
Crap, I'm trying to remember, because it's like they get depression and they go save Tomoki, and then how did that, like... Crap, yeah. That's the thing, I watched this episode just yesterday, and, like, I watched
it like an hour ago.
Jeez.
Somehow they end up falling in the water and Pandamon saves them.
Yeah.
Who I had forgotten is an ultimate.
Yeah, he is an ultimate, isn't it? Man, I don't know why. Pandamon feels like a champion.
It really does.
It really does. But yeah, they, like, just, like, get rescued by Pandamon, who tells them the deal, and he's like, okay, yeah, go save your friend. Meanwhile, hard cut to Tomoki, who is about to just piss his pants super hard.
I remember how
the show makes it very clear that, like, he is about to mess his pants.
Yeah. I remember how they end up in the water. They get to the castle and they try to cross the drawbridge, and the Toy Agumon pull the drawbridge out.
Right, yeah, I forgot about... Yeah. But yeah, it's very important for you to realize that Tomoki almost messed himself.
If you say so.
They bring it up multiple times. Like, they bring it up and they have the whole scene, and they bring it up again on the plane, and it's like, is this really that important?
I mean, they bring it up like twice.
Yeah, it's like twice in a 30-minute episode in, like, the third half. The third act or whatever. Oh, man. That's like 2/3 of the acts of this, like, episode. And it's like, alright, well, we have to, like, beat Viva-le Except not really, because we just really had to beat the Toy Agumon, I guess.
Yeah. And, it's a pretty neat fight scene. They pop up, from the exit of the cave that Pandamon takes them to. And they end up in a courtyard surrounded by Toy Agumon, and they start, like, combining into different things. Like, they turn themselves into a tank that fires, like, actual projectiles.
Yeah. So, did this come before or after Shaman King? Did they... what came first, this or Blocken?
Probably Shaman King? How old is Shaman King?
90s? But I don't think that helps us that much. Shaman King was 99? Maybe? I don't know. It's too close to say. Because this is... No, Terrace would be like 2001, I think?
Digimon Frontier aired in 2002. So Shaman King.
Okay, yeah, so Shaman King, unless it just took so long that just like, just 2 years in, that's when blocking happened.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Toy Agumon has existed since before then, though.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, Toy Agumon was like around before like, like Digimon World 3, and that was the big like just Tamer series, I think. Yeah. Yeah, World 3 was when like Frontier was first starting to come out or something, isn't it? Because there's like the premiere for like some of the Frontier characters, I believe. Well, may not like premieres in the strictest sense, but like the first time they showed up in a game, I should say. And Toy Agumon's been around since at least like Digimon World 2, where they're like previewing Vmon in the same way. Where it's like Vmon and his forms were the big like special in-game thing you could find. So yeah. I feel like that makes sense.
Yeah, basically, I'm pretty sure that like nobody ripped off anybody. It's just
Legos, man. Legos turning into tanks specifically to shoot at the main characters.
Yeah, and then Koji turns into Wolfmon and cuts it down, and then the Toy Agumon come together and fuse into 2 giant robots.
Man, this is so... Like, I've complained about, like, rankings before and stuff, but no, this is fine. This is cool.
Yeah.
I like for Toy Agumon being able to fuse into a giant, like, friggin' Lego robot that can, like, just outdo a champion. That's such a fun idea.
Yeah, because they're combining so many rookies into a more powerful form.
Yeah, exactly. They're, like, fusing their, like, power together. Yeah, it makes complete sense.
Yeah, and to the point where they don't defeat the robots themselves. They trick them into punching each other, and it's enough to, like, for them to beat each other and just destroy... do enough damage for them to, like, scan their code.
Yeah, through the power of teamwork, I should add. Because, like, they have the whole maneuver where, like, they jump at each other, and they, like, jump off of each other's, like, feet in a way that, like, doesn't make any real-world sense, but looks really cool to dodge the attack.
Yeah, they kick off of each other in midair.
And it's like, you know what? Yeah, that's neat. Yeah. Man, it feels like the choreography of this show has, like, really taken a step up, huh?
Yeah.
Because, like, I know, like, of course Frontier has, like, a lot of, like, crazy fights and... Sorry, not Frontier. Like, of course Ghost Game has a lot of crazy fights and stuff, but I don't remember, like, that many, like, really, like, heavily choreographed fights in, like, Tamers or, like, O2 or anything like that. Like, usually fights are pretty, like, one and done,
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. There are probably some pretty cool fights in Tamers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's, like, cool ones. I'm just, like... I'm thinking of ones that are, like, more complex than, like, the, like, literal, like, story beats they're trying to hit, right?
Sure.
Like, like, how Cubimon is the whole thing where they get, like, poisoned and stuff, and it's like, alright, that's, like... That's choreography, but that's not really, like, the same as seeing the characters, like, do all this, like, crazy acrobatic movement, right? Like, there's a different feel for it, yeah. If I'm, like, making any sense at all here. Like, I feel like people probably, like, get an idea of what I'm talking about. Terra has a few good cuts, yeah. The action takes larger steps up and Sarah's going forward. Oh, neat. So that's gonna be interesting. Yeah, so far I feel like they're, like, nailing it. Well, I feel like even the music is, like, starting to, like, warm up to me a lot more. Like, there is some, like, cool tracks in this episode. Just the, like, song that plays when they're, like, not the song, but, like, the track that plays when they're, like, on the, like, Viking ship is, like, really good.
I don't remember it.
Man, go back and, like, rewatch that scene, and it's, like, yeah, I'm just imagining that playing as, like, big crap is going down. That's gonna hit hard.
Mm.
And so I'm kind of like, you know, like, I'm still not a huge fan of the weird, like, stop, like, you know, like, sketch sounding, like, you know, sections of, like, with the wills. But, like, after that section goes, it's like, yeah, Resto is a cool, like, you know, chill beat to it. And it's like, yeah, you know, I'm, like, really warming up to it. Like, no pun intended. Since it, like, mainly plays for, like, the fire Digimon.
Oh, okay. I was like, huh?
Yeah, I guess that applies to a lot of Digimon protagonists, but still, I just caught myself after saying it. It's like, oh yeah. But yeah, fun episode.
Yeah, the music's fine, I guess. And yeah, after they rescue Tomoki and, like, take all the evil out of the toy Agumon, they're just like, hey, so as an apology, we'll help you get wherever you need to go. And they get an airplane, and they just fly off.
I like that Takuya, like, well, first it was like Takuya starts doing the whole thing where he's like, yo, he's doing, like, the crazy, like, yo, Super Sentai, like, friggin', like, superhero speeches of, like, oh, we are light and we'll, like, erase your corruption or whatever. And I'm like, oh yeah, he's doing the Gallantmon thing. And then, like, Wolfmon starts doing it too, and it's like, oh, this is just something they all do now.
Yeah, I mean, they did it the first time they, like, did their purification.
Yeah, it's just like seeing it back to back like this really, like, hits it home. And it's like, oh, I guess when you become a hybrid, you just, like, you start talking like a Kamen Rider character.
I mean, they're basically Kamen Riders or
Oh
Power
yeah,
Rangers or
100%. They're, like, going all in.
They're, like, doing, like, the hand poses with their special transformer devices, and, like, they have their own special one-liners that's different from each other.
Yeah. Man, I'm trying to think of a joke, but, like, I don't know if I'm Kamen Rider to, like, make one. But yeah, that's, like, totally what they're doing right now. And honestly, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I don't know how this compares to actual, like, Super Sentai, because I don't really, like, watch it, because I'm not Japanese. Although I probably should check it out. But honestly, yeah, it really does seem pretty on point. Pretty on brand. But yeah, like, Black Agumon gives them a ride after turning back to normal Agumon, but not normal toy Agumon, I should say.
Yeah.
But not clear toy Agumon, specifically.
Which is a different thing.
Yeah, completely different. It's made of those other non-black bricks. Of the same color, but they're transparent now.
Yeah. And Toy Agumon does a loop in the airplane.
Yeah. That very important loop. Just to, like, scare the crap out of them as a way to say thanks. Oh man, this is a fun episode.
Yeah, that's the end.
Yeah. Which brings us, wow, I was reflexively just gonna, like, click in stream. I have no idea why. Oh god, no.
So that's the end, I guess.